Alright, hey, we needed a one-off, so we decided, fuck it, we're gonna try this weird little board game that Addy found in Tabletop Simulator. This
Yeah.
is Channel A, the Anime Pitch Party Game. So, Addy, where did you find out about this?
Wooly.
Wooly. Yeah, I also watched that video.
I didn't watch the video. Someone sent him a picture of it and he was like, yup, I got that.
We're all just standing next to each other on the same side of the table, by the way. That's weird.
Yeah, we're being really intimate.
You know, I'm gonna be green. I'm just gonna take my cards back. I don't know if you can see them.
They're still blank to me.
Yeah, it's same here.
So, this game is kind of like Cards Against Humanity, right? Except it's more about, like, coming up with an anime name.
Well, an anime premise, but yeah.
Okay, because I watched Wooly's video. So basically, we each draw 10 title cards, and from that, like, there's the cards are, right? Except he has to, instead of, you know, drawing a one card that we fill in the blank, he draws 2 premise cards, which are just basic concepts like cyborg and ninjas.
Actually, according to this, he draws 5 premise cards and picks 2.
Oh, you're right.
Discards the remaining.
Right, I forgot that he just draws 5 and gets to pick the 2 that he likes.
Alright, how do you want to go about this?
Who do we want to start? Let's have Pink be the producer first. So
Alright.
All right.
So that you and I can play first, so he can get it a little better.
So Pink, just draw, like, put on the thing 5 of these.
Like just on the table, so everyone
Premise
can see
cards,
it.
yeah.
I mean, sure.
Yeah. And then pick 2.
2 randomly, or do I flip them all?
Flip them and choose 2.
Flip. Okay, we're gonna choose gambling with heroic thieves,
Oh boy.
and then we will discard these 2.
Now we're gonna form a discard pile right here. You didn't choose England? Alright. Are we gonna go in clockwise order?
Sure.
What order is that?
The way a clock goes.
Addy,
So
what
I
time are
start.
you?
It's your turn. Play as many title
Alright.
cards as you want to make up a title for your anime, and then make a pitch, and then I will make an opposing pitch, and then
Alright.
Pink will use a poker chip to vote on which one he likes better.
Alright, so gambling heroic thieves. So my anime is called Silicon. About a young man who is down on his luck. He is quite poor. He's just moved into the city from the countryside, and he has to get money somehow, or else the people in his old village will starve to death. And the way he does it is gambling and thieving, which he opposes morally, but is a thing that he just has to do to survive. And the show follows his trials with his friends, where they become honest thieves like Robin Hood.
I see.
Alright, I have no plan for this. I'm just going to throw out what I throw out. Alright, the first 4 cards line up very well, so we're just going to go with that. So, my pitch, Mr. Producer, man, I know you got limited time, man. I know you're a busy anime producer, and, you know, there's all kinds
Oh yeah, I get 50 pitches a day.
Oh, there's all kinds of shit. There's all kinds of manga in Japan ready to go, but I'm going to pitch this to you, man. Alright, so, Little Dynamite Jewel Dash. All right, so we got this eccentric guy running a casino, right? And he's like this big evil guy, and he's super evil, right? And he's got like a
Right.
ton of money's worth of jewels, and that's like how he has actual value put to the gambling in the casino, right?
Right.
Right. So I got like these kids down on their luck, and like one of them, at least one of them, is Human Dynamite, and we call him Little Dynamite, and he's the hero. And,
Oh, there's our title right there, Little Dynamite.
yeah, and he's like that old comic book character. You know, he can blow himself up and he's fine. He doesn't hurt himself. So he gathers a group of bandits, and they're gonna dash for the jewels. You see?
I see.
And at the end of the episode, they all get caught by the cops. But, like, Little Dynamite explodes and kills a ton of people. And then he's like, why? And I don't see a second season, but I think we're going to get some awards.
I like the sound of the awards.
All right, Pink, which one do you like better?
You know what? I think I'm going to have to give it to Addy here. I just see more potential in his idea, and it seems like a worthy investment.
Damn.
All right, thanks.
I will steal your little what was it, Little Dynamite title, and you'll try to sue me, but I'm just too big, so you're gonna fail.
Yeah, this industry's fucked, man.
Oh yeah.
All right, you got to always have 10 title cards, by the way. So draw however many you played.
I did already. I actually have a really good title. I'm just waiting for the good premise. So I'm the cards are now, right?
Yeah.
All right.
I should probably take back my poker chips because I need to vote. Are we going to go ahead and say we'll stop at 10 points?
Sure. All right.
Business fan service.
I'm gonna. Yeah. Let's see. Should I make a bad one or a good one? What do y'all feel?
Well, I mean, we are recording this for the funnies.
All right. Fan service utopia.
Oh no.
That's the bad one. I was going to go with desert utopia. That would have been an easy one. So that's your premise. Impress me.
All right, going clockwise, I guess that puts me on first, right?
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna go ahead and say, like, okay, the title. All right, we got Angel Hell. So
Hell Angel.
I'm sorry, what?
Oh, so I was reading it backwards.
All right,
Yeah. Anyway.
we got Angel Hell, right? Okay. So let me fix that. There we go. Angel Hell. So, right, like it's like kind of a sci-fi situation. You see, humans have figured out how to get into heaven, right? And like
Yeah.
their tech is just so strong that now they can enslave the angels. And there's that like part of the Bible that says angels are real sexy, right? So like human utopia.
I don't know, but sure.
The human utopia is basically like just angel sex slaves, right?
Yeah.
So it's a story that'll be full of lots of fan service because the angels are going to be naked almost all the time, and people are going to love that. And it's going to be a utopia for humans, but it's like also secretly a dystopia for anyone who isn't the humans. It really sucks for the angels, and like eventually the angels get together a revolution and all that, and it's a real happy feel good kind of ending. You see?
Ah, yes. How much close do the characters have at the end of the show?
Even less because they take off their chains.
All right.
Thank you, Mr. Producer Man.
Okay, Pink, make the counter offer. Pink is dead.
Pink is super dead.
All right, Pink, make the counter offer.
How many cards can I put down?
As many as you want.
As many as you want.
As many as I want. Oh, I'm going to use the whole deck. Okay, so, title. I don't know how to flip that. Not flip it, but turn it.
Creamy. That's fine. Just leave it.
Just lay it down on the table. That's what I've been doing.
Creamy. Ninja. Air. Arena. That's the title. So, premise.
Yes.
We're all living up in space now. Well, not quite space because we're up in the atmosphere. We're up in the heavens. Not quite outer space, but just close enough to Earth that we're not quite on it. And it's gonna be like a very, what's the proper word? You know, Quidditch from Harry Potter. That basically
Yes.
that's what we're gonna be doing up the sky. It's gonna be a Hunger Games type thing, except no deaths, and all the creamy ninjas are gonna be scantily clad women. So we're basically gonna be hosting the Olympics up in the air, and it's gonna be awesome.
I see.
There's not much of a focus on any of the, going-ons of how we got up in the air or why we're up there, but there's going to be a lot of focus on characters and what they wear, and a bit of focus on what they're playing up in the air as well. But that's it.
And a bit of focus on what they don't wear.
Yeah.
There's a lot of focus on what they don't wear.
All right. I have to give it to Ping just because his speech is truer to the spirit of fan service. Because fan service shows, like, as far as I can tell, fan service shows don't usually have anything substantial.
I made too deep a cut.
Yeah, you thought about it too much.
Alright, I guess I'm the producer now.
Yes.
I know my fan service.
Alright, boys, I had a busy day at the office. I can entertain 2 pitches before I gotta head out. I got the missus waiting on me. I'm gonna need to hear the 2 pitches quick and concise. Don't waste my time. Time is money, especially for a man like me. Alright, Pink, let's hear your pitch first.
You didn't put down a premises.
What?
Oh, right.
What are the
Son
cards?
of a
What am I
bitch.
building towards?
Right, so yeah, you have to excuse me, the higher ups, sometimes they confuse the shit out of me, and I'm accidentally drawing the cards when I'm not supposed to, but fuck it. Right, here we go. We got, let's see, ooh, yeah. What the fuck is a real robot? Oh, semi-realistic science fiction or military mecha. Okay, cool. Alright, so, here's what I want you to do.
Yes.
People are really hot on, like, thinking about what goes on behind the scenes lately, They want to see a peek behind the curtain. So they want to see manga artists, right? They want to see a little life of a manga artist depicted by, the people that would know, right?
Yeah.
But we can't
Right.
have it be boring. We got to introduce a little something, to make it a little more interesting, a little more flavor, a little more spice on the sides. So,
Right.
steampunk. I want all kinds of, like, 1800s tech and shit, but it's, like, sci-fi-y. I want robots that are made out of, like, rusty old copper and shit. And I want the manga artists to have, like, ink pens that shoot jets of fucking ink. Do you understand me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Don't waste
I
my
do.
fucking time.
All right, Pink, it's your turn.
Oh no. Let's see. Alright, here's what I'm pitching. Half World. It's about a manga artist who exists between 2 worlds. In one half, it's his manga book that he's making, where it's a steampunk world, and that basically in this steampunk world, because it's of his creation, he's basically got all the power but none of the power. Because he's writing the story, but he's a victim as a protagonist. So he has to go through the adventures, but he's kind of powerless as the author.
It's meta. I like it.
Even though he's writing the story, he still has the potential to die at any moment.
The kids love the meta.
Yeah.
All right, now that's a pretty hot start, Annie. What you got to compete?
I have. Give me a sec. I need to get my cards out. I have Agent Milky Girls Rider.
Yes.
Agent Milky Girls Rider is a show about a mangaka who goes by the pen name Agent Milky Girls Rider, and his struggles writing ecchi an ecchi manga series while also trying to keep the
Hold up. What the fuck is ecchi?
softcore porn.
Ah!
So
Wait, he's struggling to write that?
no, the struggle is keeping up with drawing and writing and keeping the shots interesting for the readers,
I see.
while also keeping a consistent pace. And the show is about his struggles with deadlines, keeping a roof on top of his head, his motor functions start failing in the middle of the series,
Oh no.
so he can't draw anymore. But by the end of the season, he relearns how to draw and continues the series for the happy ending, and possibly a second season.
Possibly. We'll see how your ratings do.
I'm
Yeah.
not confident. Alright, boys. So you both did solid jobs, but I should go ahead and mention, you guys weren't fucking, forgetting and paying attention to other shit when I mentioned steampunk, right?
Yeah.
Are you certain? Because that never came up during your entire fucking premise.
That's a backdrop.
Well, there's a little bit of sci-fi to Pink's concept. I gotta say, Eddie, you put in the work. You really did. But the production needs steampunk manga artists. There you go, Pink. You take it. I'll send it to the high-ups. We'll see what they think of it. Alright. I'm getting off here. Alright, Pink, it cycles back around to you. Holy shit. Ooh, this is some hot ones right here.
All right.
Pink and me. Okay,
Pink's
Pink,
dead.
you're
Yeah,
dead.
alien babies.
Pink, you're dead.
Him! The producer is back. Our first premise is alien babes.
Of
Is-
course.
Yeah.
Was destined to be pulled by me. And second, we're gonna go with street culture.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay, alright. I got it. I got my idea. Alright. I'm going in clockwise. It's you first, Daddy.
Yeah. All right.
I can't put these cards together.
I got it.
Thank you.
Focus on the
So-
pitch.
I need to find the cards.
Pitch it to me, sweetheart.
I love the title.
Dark darkness are stars.
Yeah, Darkness Are Stars is about the day-to-day happenings of really smoking hot alien babes with watermelon tits. They
Those aren't big enough. Try again.
all right. The smallest one has watermelon tits.
There,
She's 12.
we go. Now we're talking.
So, really, the struggles only include stiff stuff like cuddling half naked. We don't know which half is naked yet, and other things where they can show off their bodies. The street culture part comes in where an enemy local street gang of just a smoking hot alien babes starts invading our protagonist gang's turf, and they have a street state war.
I see. So this is like two different street cultures of hot alien babes going at it
Yes,
for supremacy.
yes. Also,
like-
the main way of attacking in this show is by sending pheromone beams out of their nipples.
Oh,
Like
say more.
Lord-
No more.
if-
Take my token.
Hey, that's
Lasers
one of
are
yours, dumb shit.
nipple lasers.
No.
Nipple lasers.
Perfect.
Yeah, that's my pitch.
All right, I'm gonna be honest, boss. I don't think I can follow that one up too well, but I'm gonna give it my best shot. All right, what we're rolling with here is Great Prism Police Days. So there's a world out there, and it ain't like really a planet. It's like a floating great prism in space. It doesn't make any
Right.
sense, and it's like full of like everyone there is like a hot alien babe, like from the Mass Effect games, you know. And like
Yeah.
they're all also lesbians, but we'll go ahead and imply they're bisexual, so that they're still sexually available to the people in the audience who are jerking off, right?
That's always a smart idea.
Yeah. All right. And what we got here is there's a strong divide in their culture, right? Because there's the police, but they got a real bad gang warfare going on there. So it's all about the police trying to bring the law, right?
Right.
So I'm thinking we get like this big chick who's like a big, hot, sexy Judge Dredd, but an alien, right?
Oh, I like it.
Yeah. And it's going to be a little whimsical, because that title Days, you know, it implies a little bit of whimsy there. So,
Yeah.
you know, just to maybe a little bit of cute little girl-on-girl romance, maybe to throw in between the gang hits, you know.
Right.
And at the end of the series, like, maybe we'll set up like we'll tantalize them with a little bit of a love interest for the cop, and she'll like have this Romeo and Juliet thing with one of the street gangsters, right?
Right.
But then if we get another season, we ain't gonna do shit with that relationship. We're just gonna keep teasing it for like 4 or 5, like as many years as we can pull it off.
Oh, that's what you got to do. That's what the professionals do, and we're all professionals here.
Right, because like the audience hates having actual relationships there, right? They just want to be
Right.
teased. They want to have
Yeah, that's where the drama ends when they actually get in the relationship. That's when everything needs to end. It's like no, can't have any of that.
Nothing interesting ever happens in a relationship. No.
No.
We're just gonna tickle their balls for about 10 years straight, as long as we can keep it up.
Right.
All right. And maybe we can have some, like, cool shit going on in the sky, because the sky's a prism. But I don't know. Other than that, all right. Hey, I'll see you around, man, okay?
Okay, sounds good.
Think about it, okay?
Yeah, I'll get back to you with that. So, I think both pitches were very, very good. I like the idea of Alex's with the police force kind of giving the audience an outside perspective on the street culture. But I think overall, I'd have to give it to Addy because he's got 2 different street cultures of hot alien babes going at it.
And nipple
So-
lasers.
Yeah, that too. So that will give us 2 kind of worlds to build upon with both the combative street cultures. So I will put my investment in Addy.
All right, thanks.
You are most welcome, good sir.
I've been holding on to Darkness Hour for the longest time. It's just such a good title. Anyway.
Mo Blob? What is that?
Saccharine fluff about cute girls, apparently. Oh, Moye Blob, yeah.
Pet monster psychological horror.
Alright. I'm choosing cool romance, psychological horror.
Oh, that's too obvious.
Okay, you know what? I'm stepping the game up then. Moye Blob,
Oh, no.
psychological horror.
Psychological horror about cute girls. Okay. I've got my work cut out for me. I got it.
All right, it's going in clockwise order, so I guess I'm up first. And Jesus Christ, what is this fuck up of piles over here? Okay, so all right, Mr. Producer Man, I got a pitch for you. All right, what do you think about Ghost Queen story? Ghost Queen story. So
I was honestly looking for the Ghost Queen Elizabeth. That would have been interesting. Yeah.
all right. So we got this like high school, right? But it's like haunted by this little girl that got killed by the janitor like 20 years ago, and the janitor is also probably a pedophile, and he's still there, and he's gonna be like the villain, right?
Yeah.
But like the hero is the ghost of the girl that died 20 years ago, but she's not a good person either, because she's obsessed with two things. She's obsessed with getting revenge on that janitor, and she's obsessed with getting a physical presence in the world again, because she's a ghost, right? She doesn't really exist because she's fucking dead. It's her spirit, right?
Yeah.
So in order to like get her spirit back, she's like making a new body by like temporarily possessing the people around the school and then like killing them and making a suit out of them, right? Like Buffalo Bill. You get me?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then and she's like also keeping an eye on the janitor, and the janitor is also probably killing some kids, right? I'm going as dark as possible here because the kids love the darkness and they love the blood and the gore, right? Like I remember my kid. He used to play the Mortal Kombats, and he used to like cheer when the Scorpion would cut the guy's face off and then shove it up the guy's ass, right?
Yeah.
Right. So like we're gonna have a lot of that, and like yeah, it's gonna be really bloody and gory, and both the good guy and the bad guy are gonna kill a lot of like really good people, and a lot of innocents are gonna die. But who gives a fuck? Like we watch the movies nowadays. Nobody gives a shit when like a bunch of people on the street die. Who gives a fuck? Superman kills like 300 people a day. Who gives a fuck?
Right.
So, like, I think that it's going to be a big hit and that people are going to be buying body pillows of the Ghost Queen, like, all the time. And, like, there's probably going to be an uncomfortable amount of people who believe that the janitor's right. And, honestly, the longer I go on, the more unsure I am of my own mental health here. I think, you know what? You can take this pitch if you want. I'm going to go check myself into a mental hospital.
All right. Pink.
All right, my turn. So, I am presenting to you Project Sugar. The premise, I'm assuming I'm still on because you haven't said anything.
Yeah,
Perfect. So, secret government facility in charge of creating, what were they called?
Moya Blob.
Basically a bunch of cute girls. So, it's basically like this sort of horror factory where they take a bunch of, I don't know, we'll say young adults. Government facility takes a bunch of young adults, puts them in a lab, starts doing horrible experiments on them. Thank you. Sorry, I got sidetracked. Where did I leave off on my Project Sugar? Project Sugar. Horrible experiments. I had a train of thought going, but what was I? And there we go. I'm back on track now. So, in the government's quest to make the cute girls, we've got the main character, Sakura, who basically assembles a team on the inside, and their mission is to try to break out of Project Sugar. Because, they're seeing these horrible things be done to them. They're tearing off limbs and reconstructing them, breaking noses and reconstructing them, trying to make the perfect Moy blobs. Assuming I'm saying that right.
Yeah. So,
it's basically a Weapon X project and a prison escape all in one.
All right, but with both of these pictures, I'm not seeing the psychological horror.
You don't think getting your bodies like torn apart and reconstructed is horrifying?
You don't think
I don't blame you.
You don't think a ghost making a body out of dissected people to hunt down the pedophile who killed her is horror?
No.
Fuck!
Well, nothing scares you, Addy.
I
Don't
don't
blame the
know.
pictures. Blame the producer.
Darkness scares me, but that's gone. That car's gone.
Oh, darn it.
Fucking
But
bullshit.
yeah, anyway.
Rewinding time.
It's rewind time. Yeah, anyway. So, Pink, is the title of your show Project Sugar Sakura?
It would probably be Sakura Project Sugar.
Alright. I'll give it to Pink just because I feel like the school setting is too cliche.
It's Japan. They love the schools, though.
Oh, I'll do you one better, Addy. We'll make this a bunch of series. We'll have Product Sugar Sakura. Then we'll replace the main character later on. We'll have Product Sugar, some other Japanese name that gets overused. Then Project Sugar, the complete series.
I like that you gave me the Sakura card for some reason.
Oh no, put the project down. Put the project down!
Put the cookie down!
How many cards do I have? 3, 6,
All right,
7.
I'm the producer again? Yeah.
Yeah.
8, 9, 10. UFO. I just got handed a bowl of oatmeal, and I've never been so happy in my life.
Yes.
Oh my god.
What?
I can't
Bishi
stop.
wrestling.
Alright, guys, the ladies, we've been catering to the guys for a while. It's time we start catering into the ladies.
Yeah, there are other demographics we have to hit here.
I want hot, almost naked young guys wrestling each other all over the place. Like Macho Man Randy Savage back in the day, but like hotter and younger.
And more naked.
I like it.
And more naked. Well, no, not more naked than that. I don't think you can get more naked than that. We still got censors. You gotta keep in mind.
We just block out his dick. Alright, Pink, you go.
Oh, it's me up? Okay. So I present to you Tsubasa, fighter. Because unfortunately I didn't have wrestler in the cards. So, this is a show about all the Japanese young boys that are trying to break into the business. And, that's about it. It's about, we'll say there are 6 characters. They're all a bunch of rookies. They've got these, they're hot-looking young dudes, so it's good. It covers that category. And they're trying to overcome the trials and tribulations put in place by their mentors in the wrestling ring. Trying to become the very best like no one ever was.
Simple, but I can see it working.
Yeah.
Alright, Eddie, what you got for me?
Alright. I have...
Also means wings.
Metal Noodle Tokyo.
Yes! I don't care what your pitch is. Give it Addy.
Yeah.
So, Metal Noodle Tokyo is about one boy named Adachi. He really wants to be a wrestler, but we're riding 25XX, so all of the wrestlers have been replaced by robots.
Oh!
And so Adachi's quest is to prove that humans can be just as good wrestlers as robots, and that they can take just as much punishment, and really he just wants to prove the humans' fighting spirit. And by the middle point of the series, Adachi's spine breaks from a bad pile driver, and it's
He becomes Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Yeah, we're not sure if he can recover, but by the end, like a couple of episodes later, his fighting spirit repairs his spine and he goes back into the ring.
Yes!
And he raises hell.
Yes!
And he becomes the top draw of the company.
By God!
Alright, well, A for effort for Pink, but I gotta give it to that. It's nice. It's got that little Tokyo there. It's patriotic. The Japanese will love it. Because they love Tokyo,
Everybody loves Tokyo.
Do you know Tokyo's in Japan?
I didn't have a clue. I thought Tokyo was its own, island.
Yeah, me too.
Or country, rather.
Damn.
Alright, now...
you got Japan, and then Tokyo's like somewhere around that island next to it. It's got to be somewhere, but I didn't realize it was actually inside of Japan. That's like, wow, radical.
Yeah.
Alright, Pink is the...
I'm producing.
Yeah.
Yo, we should probably lower the score limit to 6.
That's a good idea. It's going to take us
maybe.
quite a while to get to 10.
What?
Oh, no. Get out of my hand.
You guys don't get to see this one. This one's secret.
Do. Vampires, pirates, super robots, agriculture. Oh no, cute schoolgirls. All right.
Agricultural robots.
Agricultural cute
Okay, here's
schoolgirl.
what I want to see. I want you guys to pitch me a series about vampirates.
Okay.
Okay. So, my series is called Variable Pocket Rocket Venus.
That makes no sense, but I love it.
So, it is the 1700s. I forget when the freaking golden age of piracy was. Whatever. It is the golden age of piracy. Pirates are living as you'd expect them to. There's Blackbeard in the first episode, and then Hardcut. Turns out, people from Venus, aliens from Venus, attacked the Earth, and they have taken over everything. So the series is about how the aliens took over the world and how they took up the mantle of the pirates, how they continued doing their thing to conquer the world. They have also the aliens are also vampires.
Okay, I
they
was getting
feed
a
off.
little worried there because I didn't see vampires anywhere, and you had me nervous. But if they're alien vampires, I guess that works too.
Yeah, they're alien vampires. To survive in the Earth's atmosphere, they need to feed on humans constantly. So
I see.
the first season is just them talking about like how the show and explaining how they got here, and the second season we revealed that because they need human blood to survive on the in the Earth's atmosphere, they actually have like human forms under the Earth.
Okay.
And
I feel like
all
underneath the Earth is a
animals.
bad place to grow humans, but I will take your word for it.
It's alien technology.
Very
in
true.
The 1700s, but yeah. And that's my pitch.
All right. I will keep that in mind. Alex, what's your pitch, buddy boy?
All right, I got this idea. All right, you're gonna have to stick with me here. It's never been done before.
Right.
Monsters, strike. So we start off in it's not in the real world, right? We're making up our own bullshit world, right?
Right.
So we're starting off at a place that's definitely not Europe. And there's like these vampire knights, and they're really cool and badass. And they pick up this random peasant dude, and they bite him, and they turn him into a vampire because they think he's fucking radical. And he's like, yeah, I love being a vampire knight, but you know what'd be fucking cooler? I'm gonna be a vampire pirate. So he sails off to like the vampire, like this fake equivalent, definitely not the Caribbean, right? Definitely not the Caribbean.
Absolutely not.
Trademark. And he gets there, and there are like these crazy Aztec lizard people. And they got like crazy sci-fi tech, right? That can like it shoots space lasers and shit. And he gets there, and he's like, oh man, that lizard Aztec technology is fucking rad. I want some. So he goes and he tries to steal some lizard Aztec technology, right? But instead, it just gives him brain damage.
Oh no!
Like horrible brain damage. But like, instead it just makes him crazy, and he just goes fucking nuts. And not like the Psycho Killer, not like Hannibal Lecter fucking nuts. No, I mean like Johnny Depp kind of nuts. You know, fun kind of nuts.
Right.
He becomes eccentric and fashionable and very homoerotic.
And a terrible actor.
Yes. And it's basically about this crazy vampire pirate who's like, I'm gonna go steal shit from the Aztec lizards because fuck those guys, right?
Right.
And like he also has like a crew of zombies.
Oh, I like the sound of that.
And like the other vampires, they kind of like him because he's quirky and he's fun, but they at the same time they don't really like him because he's a little unreliable. You know, he's a little kooky.
Right.
All right. I think we could go places with this. Nothing's been done like this before.
No, I think you're right. I think we've got a potential moneymaker on our hands here. Addie, I hate to inform you, as much as I like your idea, and I love the idea of aliens coming down to Earth and needing to kill and eat humans in order to survive, I think I'm going to have to go with Alex here. You had me for a moment, but when you didn't go with Blackbeard versus Dracula, that's kind of where it all ended. So, Alex, here's your funding. Go make me a 5-star show, or at least 2.5, whatever you need to get a second season.
All right. I'm on the board. Yay!
Variable Pocket Rocket Venus. That is a good ass title.
Yeah, it's the best part. Educational psychic powers. Psychic powers political satire. They've already done that. It was called Scanners.
Okay, I'm gonna make a hard one, I think. Educational political satire.
Oh no.
Ooh.
Actually, that's not that hard because Hetalia exists.
Yeah.
Well, this would... Okay. I've got no cards for this, but we're gonna try our very bestest.
Not only die for vampire pirates, that's why I made it for Pocket Rocket Venus.
I've got some good cards that could be used well in other things, but...
Okay, I got it. Okay. So, what's like the foundation of the modern political world, right? What is like...
Trump.
Almost. Close. I would say
Division, I guess.
Christianity.
Oh, yeah.
So, what we need to do is we need to make the Bible, and we need to take it, and we need to make it educational for the kids that don't know. But at the same time, we got to have some fun with it, and sometimes we got to make fun of it in the way it is. So,
VeggieTales.
Bible, Genesis, comic, symphonic. Bible, Genesis, comic, symphonic.
How'd you get Bible and Genesis?
Those were legitimately the first two I drew. So it's gonna be like the book of Genesis, right? And we'll make a sequel for like the Exodus and so on, like, and then it'll be Bible, Exodus, comic, symphonic. But like we'll start with Genesis. You start with the beginning, right? And we're gonna take it, and now all the big Bible characters are superheroes now. And they also represent like modern political guys. Like we got Abraham there, right? But Abraham, for one thing, he can shoot fire out of his hands now. And he also is definitely not a satire of Joe Biden. So he's definitely a little bit, he's not all there all the time, And he acts a little creepy towards the ladies sometimes. But hey, he's the best we got, right? He's the best we got. Yeah. And, like, we're going to go down the whole roster. We're going to hit them all. We're going to hit all the big guys of Genesis. We're going to hit Noah, and we're going to hit Adam and Eve and all them. And we're going to have big superhero fights against, I don't know, foreigners, dirty, filthy foreigners. The last time I read the Old Testament, it was mostly just about, like, evil Egyptians or something. And, like, maybe they'll fight demons, and it'll be fucking rad, and there's going to be a very big soundtrack. It's going to be, like, mixed classical, but it's also going to be a little techno. And it will get real heavy metal when we get to Noah and, like, the flood comes. I
see.
All right. I'm thinking we got something here. I don't know about you, Mr. Producer Addy, but I don't know. I'm confident here. I don't know about you.
All right, Pink, let's hear yours.
Oh, lordy. So, let me grab some cards here, because I don't know what I'm doing. Let's see. We got UFO. Where's that card? UFO Hunter J. The J is for Joseph Stalin.
Ah!
So, we're going to educate people on the Cold War. This UFO Hunter J, like Dragon Ball Z.
Yes.
The hip thing kids are doing nowadays. We're going to basically start at the very beginning of the Cold War, at the end of World War II, and satirize it all the way up until 1995.
Even though Stalin died in the 50s?
But we gotta get. It's got to be educational, so we got to see the Cold War through. I mean, we're starting with Joseph Stalin. As the series goes on, we're going to add different letters. You know, we have J now. We'll get an S later, and then a Q, and R, and a Z. Oop. So,
I see, yeah.
the UFO hunter will be our main protagonist, who is hunting down the Russian satellite. Because he's convinced that the Russians...
Is the UFO hunter not Joseph Stalin?
Oh, you bring up an excellent point. But no, because Stalin was launching the rockets, you know? So
I see.
We got to take it from...
Sir, how much coke have you been doing recently?
We got to take it from the American perspective, because the Americans are the ones that are going to watch the animes. You know, that's our secondary key demographic here. So we have to take a very pro-America stance, but we're also going to satirize capitalism. So we're going to have a bunch of, you know, political spoofs like McDonald's in there somehow. We're gonna make it seem like capitalism is this great, fun, heavenly world, and, you know, communism is just the absolute worst. But as time goes on, maybe that'll change, especially as the series goes on, as we introduce different letters here.
You know, I got a good idea. What if you took, like, the McDonald's satire? Like, you took their symbol and you just flipped the M?
Into Why Donald's?
WickDonald's.
Oh! That could work for the
McDonald's.
communist thing, because you know what Wick is? I don't.
Vic is a brand of air freshener.
Yeah, it is.
It used to be, but now they're called Blade, I think.
I think that's true. I'm not 100% certain, though. Those could be two entirely different brands, and I would not know. Well,
right.
That's as best as a pitch I can give you, because
Alright.
I'm not really seeing any other inspirations. You know, it's like Russian satellites and Joseph Stalin. That's all I really had for you. I'm not sure who our main character is gonna be. I'm thinking, like, you might want to do a lady, because those weren't really seen at all in the Cold War, because that was like pre-1995, and ladies didn't exist back then.
I see.
If you exclude Maggie Thatcher, Indira Gandhi, JFK's wife...
But those don't really count. Well, okay, Margaret Thatcher, pardon me.
Indira Gandhi, JFK's wife, Gerald Ford's wife.
She doesn't count. What did she ever do? Don't answer that.
Yeah.
Alright. So, this could go to either one of you, really. But here's the thing. When we're looking for anime, we're not just looking for a good pitch, a good story. We need the title to sell that story as well. And because of the title, I have to give it to Pink, just because Bible Genesis Comic Symphonic is a mouthful.
The kids love
But it can
that.
be shortened. We can call it a BGCS Ombudic.
The kids love the Neon Genesis and Evangelions and the fucking Sailor Moons and things. They want word salad. It's big in Japan. Have you ever played the video games Under Night, In Birth, Late S?
I've never even heard of that.
The kids in Japan love the big titles. And it rhymes too at the end. Comic Symphonic.
Yeah, that is good alliteration.
You fucker, this means war.
Oh, it's your turn, W.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, Sentai Boys Love, yes, immediately.
Oh no, what did I do?
You drew the premise cards, I think.
No. I had clicked the little green icon on the little color wheel, but I don't think that did anything.
You gave it to W.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
You gave me EX. There you go. Take it back. Okay, well, here's what I'm gonna do. Cyborg Boys Love.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah. Look, like I said, we gotta double down. Like, you gotta understand. The pro wrestling, the Pro Wrestling with the Pretty Boys, it was a massive hit, guys. We need to hit that female audience. And what we gotta have here is we gotta have a straight up fucking gay romance. Because the girls love that.
All right, I'm all in.
Because don't you guys love the lesbians?
Yeah, I do.
And it goes like them for them, too, yeah? And now,
Right.
But we gotta keep it exciting for the guys. We gotta introduce some sci-fi elements. So I also want them to be fucking robots. Kind of.
Right.
Part robots. Not fully robots, because there's still gotta be some of the sexy human parts, but they also gotta be part robot. You get it? I think you guys can get this.
Yeah.
Alright, Pink, you go first.
Oh, me first? All right. So, we're going to call it Silver Muscle Twinkle.
I think I lost just off of that. Well, I'm gonna lay out my cards so we don't have to wait for me.
Sounds good. So, this, I'm thinking we're going to have to do like some sort of, what's it called? What was that stupid movie with Hugh Jackman and the robots? It's basically going to be a cyborg. What? That's it?
Real Steel.
Real Steel. So yeah, we're going to have a bunch of cyborg cuties, duking it out in the ring, trying to become the very best there ever was. But when they're not doing that, we're going to focus more on the, high school relationships that they're having together. Because this has to take place in high school, otherwise people won't watch it. Straight up.
Oh, yeah. Alright, what pitch are you shooting for? Oh my god, Addy, that's a lot of words.
That's got to be a mouthful.
Yeah, so mine is Cosmic Pretty Smile Bandit Wars.
I should not
So
have taken a drink during that.
yeah, the good part of watching so much freaking anime is that I have the spirit of the naming down. Pretty good. So Cosmic Pretty Smile Bandit Wars is about how do I say this? Copyright free Gundam users and specifically what was it? The mobile Gundam. Yeah, mobile Gundams. So basically these boys, this is a whole the show's main setting is this big large base that's full of muscular young men who are also really gay. And some episodes dive into their relationships and how they deal with stuff like breaking up with each other and how that affects missions and stuff like that. Some other episodes, they just kill other mechs, enemy mechs, while also looking fabulous.
And they're also cyborgs within the mechs, right? They're still cyborgs?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, they are part human, which is what gives them their emotions, but they need to be part robot to be able to connect with the mechs and be able to control them.
Okay.
Well, in fact, really, the mechs come out of their backs and they just take over the body. But yeah.
Okay.
And during the fights, because there's still enough space, so sometimes you just show like face views of the characters and they're naked. You can see that they're naked, but you can't see anything.
Ooh, the ladies will
I
love
like
that.
it.
Yeah, and we also have a light source there, so just so you can see a bit more. Like we have the like glowing panels that Iron Man has.
Does it
Right.
shine on their dick?
We need the
Only-
light source to emphasize all their muscles, get a good dramatic lighting to really showcase their abs and their
Yeah,
pectorals.
it emphasizes their abs, but if you look hard enough, then in a couple of scenes you can see their dicks.
All right.
Right. But only very briefly, and if you're really squinting with the proper lighting.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right, there to tease them, tickle their balls a little bit.
right. And we can't give that away every episode, We got to keep it like 1 second every 5 episodes.
Yeah.
We got to keep stringing them along.
Yeah. It's genius. It's genius.
But that being said, in the additional content that we release along with the show, we will confirm dick length for each character.
Okay.
Save that for the finale.
I think there's
Yeah.
potential here. I think we could sell branded dildos
Yeah.
for each of the characters.
We sell those boob mouse pets, but it's a dildo with a picture of the character.
It's a mouse with a handle.
Yeah, it is the mouse.
All right.
And we also set up a subscription service. So if you pay for like 2 years, if you pay $60 weekly for 2 years, you can assemble your own real life sex doll of the characters.
Ooh.
Why was I sitting here imagining how a little wiener would feel as a mouse? It's like that wouldn't work. You know, there's just too much going on there. Then I slap myself.
You rest
I'm
your
thinking
hand
about a
on the
wiener.
balls. That's what you do. It's good wrist support. It's just healthy, right?
Right.
Okay. I'm fond of Pink's title, but Addie's concept is clearly much better developed, I gotta say.
Indeed.
And you're gonna filch him for extra money, and I really like that.
Cosmic Pretty Smile.
I'll
Bandit.
license my title to Addie's show.
Yeah. What's your problem with Cosmic Pretty Smile Bandit Wars?
All right. It is now Pink's turn as producer.
All right. I almost drew the cards again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Flip. I just flipped a token as well. All right, what do we got going on here? Fantasy adventure. Oh, we can go from the boys' love straight to girls' love.
And make it a science fiction epic.
Yeah, I think that's exactly what we're going to do. So, if you got Addie's premise but in female form, shoot now. Or forever hold your peace. What the? I want all the cards. All the cards. There we go.
All right. Well, I haven't had enough time to come up with a good title yet with what I have on my thing, but I do have Super Cakey Cowboy.
Super Cake Cowboy. It should be
Super
Super
Cake
Cake
Cowboy.
Cowgirl.
Yeah.
I don't have a cowgirl.
We'll change it to Cowgirl just because there's probably not a card that says Cowgirl.
Yeah.
Well, there might be. I don't know.
See you,
But
Space
yeah.
Cowgirl.
So super cake cowgirl, I guess then, if you give me that much leeway,
Yeah, absolutely.
is about there's a planet like Tatooine. It's full of sand and basically a desert planet, and it's about a small town of lesbian women with robot horses.
I like that.
And they have to fend off the outlaws. They have to make right in the village. All of them look cool, and all of their boob sizes are really large. Because we need to do that for this to sell.
I heard boot sizes. It's like, what does their feet have to do with it?
I mean, that may be that too.
Yeah, maybe that too.
But yeah, so obviously they only ever wear sexy cowgirl costumes. That's the most clothing they get.
Right. I mean, it is a desert planet, in fairness. What else you can wear? Nothing.
So that the main antagonist of the series is actually one of the girls. She, in the middle of the series, leaves the town because there's a disagreement in the inhabitants, and she broke up with her love. And she becomes evil, takes over another town, kills everyone there. Basically, the end of the series is the inhabitants of the town teaching this girl that ran away from them that love is the most valuable what you call it,
commodity.
Also, they reconcile over cake.
I like it. I think it needs a bit more emphasis on the cake there. So if I proceed with funding your idea, we're gonna have to like make the cake a ongoing thing.
It probably would be.
enjoy it.
Like I feel
Yeah.
like if for the ending moment to have emphasis, we would have to hide the cake in the back of the shots and stuff like that, so people would
Right.
notice it.
We need to slowly establish the cake throughout the series, and then at the end, give everyone that shocker moment of, oh, that's what the cake is. I
Yeah.
get it now. All right, I will take all that into consideration. Alex, what is your pitch, my good sir?
All right, I got Galaxy Diver.
All right, off to a hot start.
Memories.
Hotter start. Even better.
All right. So we got the galaxy is torn up in war, right?
Right.
But like we're gonna first of all we're gonna put this through the lens of it's an old lesbian couple explaining things to their granddaughter, right?
All right.
And don't ask how they have a granddaughter.
I was about to, but I was going to let it slide.
Maybe they adopt a kid at some point, right?
Yeah.
But like they're telling the story of their granddaughter. This is how we met. It was the Great War of 3022. Ah, Jane, you can't count anymore, you old shit. So they nag each other because they're a real sweet old couple like that, right?
Right.
And they tell the story, and like it's we cut away to flashback segments. The galaxy is at war, and they're like two different people on other sides of the galaxy, but they're meeting together because they both want to bring peace to the galaxy, and they have a cute dog sidekick.
I love it.
And they eventually fall in love, but we're not gonna emphasize the fan service here because I got an idea. See, because
right.
if it's lesbians, we already got the guys coming in, especially if they's cute ladies, right?
Right.
But if we tone down the fan service and we make the body proportions a little more realistic, I think we could get the ladies too.
Because I was thinking the same thing.
Because then they'd be in there for the romance, right?
Yeah.
And we make it
ladies love romance.
We make it all pretty and beautiful and shit, and they one of them tries to sacrifice themselves to save the other, and is all pretty and shit. And they bring peace to the galaxy because love triumphs over war, right?
Right.
And, I'm thinking if we port this over to the States and we give it a really good dub, we could probably get it, nab an Oscar or two.
Right. Maybe get a live-action movie made eventually.
Maybe we'll have, a quirky comic relief kid, and at the ending they adopt him, and that's how they get the grandkid.
Right.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. So I really like everything about your idea except this part. Memories. It's got to go. Because nobody's going to invest themselves in a bunch of characters that have already gone through all the things that you're telling them about. Especially for the male audience, if they're watching a movie about, what was it called? Girls Love. And, you're always seeing them old and grown up. It's we were talking about it earlier on the podcast. Once you're past 25, it's males tune out. It's no, not good. So Galaxy Diver as a basis, very, very good. Galaxy Diver Memories, not as good.
Damn.
Addie, you've got a very good idea here. I really like all the settings. I feel like there wasn't as much emphasis on the girls' love part. That eventually comes as well as the cake. But overall, I think
it's a town of lesbians.
Really passion ASAP. We'd have to go with Galaxy Diver here.
I'm gonna fucking hold this premise hostage until you let me have the memories back.
Well, then I'm just afraid I'm not going to fund you.
Well, then I will die for my intellectual property.
Well, there we have it then.
All right.
Addie, here's your funding. I want to see more cake, some more desert. See what I did there? Dessert.
Yeah. By the way, there was tons of girls love. It's a freaking town of lesbians.
Right, but you were
yeah. There is. You didn't emphasize that there would be multiple romances going on throughout the town.
The key thing is you emphasize the fan service more than the romance aspect.
Right. It's it's got to be a little of both. You got, like Alex was saying, you got to hook both demographics here. We can't just have all of our stuff turn into porn. Nobody wants that. Well, maybe our higher ups do. I don't know. I don't know how well our series are doing right now.
Say, who do we work for? Harvey
That is
Weinstein?
Four kids.
4 kids.
That's why we gotta have James inflate his big fake boobs in one of the episodes.
All right, I'm gonna give you a challenge. And that's not a challenge because of the premise, but because of what I want out of this.
All right.
So, travel
We get
between
trouble
worlds.
between worlds when I already threw out half world.
So, travel between worlds. Video games. I want you to make the most generic isekai that you can.
The most
I'm
generic.
not sure what that is.
Why would you cheat Pink like that?
Isekai Pink is a show genre that's really big right now, where a character in modern day dies and they get sent into a video or fantasy video game usually,
Okay.
and they get a harm, stuff like that.
They're usually very, very, very transparent. What's the word? For when you make a book that's really just you acting out your fantasies.
Right.
Mary Sue.
I knew exactly what you were saying. I had the word in my head. Then once you finished your sentence, and it went boof. It's like
Masturbation fiction.
ha.
I've already got the name in my. I've already got in my head. Am I next?
Yeah.
All right. So, all right, get this.
The self-insert power fantasy.
Seed, Ocean, Revolution, Infinite. So, like, this guy gets...
How is this not just Fantasy Star Online?
Look, shut up, though. So, the guy comes in, right? And he's like, oh, shit, I'm fucking dead. But I'm in the video game, though, and I like the video game better than my real life. I'm going to make a revolution against the NPCs, but I'm going to transparently use it as an excuse to get all the hot NPCs to fucking fuck me and have my kids. Hence, Seed Ocean. It's a literal ocean of a seed. And it's an infinite revolution. He's deliberately leading the revolution incompetently, so it'll never end. So he'll always have an excuse to have his little dirty fucking harem there, the fucking dirty little bastard. But
I see.
I mean, like, you and I, we both know this kid's a bad person, but, like, the little fucking incels that are gonna be watching this shit, they ain't gonna know any better. They're gonna love this shit. So we're gonna make him out to be the greatest hero of all time. We're gonna have a ton of moments in the show that are talking about how awesome he is, and just how fucking great he is, and how big his dick is. And we're definitely gonna have at least 30 girls from the harem talk about how big his dick is. And we're gonna imply, like, hey, this might happen to you someday if you die. And it may cause a series of suicides, but who fucking cares? We're gonna make a load of money.
I see. Okay, Pink.
All right. Booyah. Oh, that doesn't look good.
Well, Legend
Academy EX.
I
Sounds
see.
like a mobile game already.
Yeah.
Yes, it does. So that's basically the premise. So we start off hot. We got a teenage kid. I don't know what gender we want to make him. We'll just call it him for now. Suffers a brutal injury. Probably finds himself in a car crash. Gets something implanted in his brain. And now he can access online servers and enter video games. This is the Legend Academy.
Is it an alternate reality thing?
A MOBA in development. It's gonna be like a second life for him. Because, you know, in the real world, he's gonna be debilitated. He's not gonna be able to use his legs.
Is he in a vegetative state?
What's that?
Is he in a vegetative state?
I don't want him to be vegetative, because I'd like to have a little bit of the outside world interact with him. But, you know, maybe we do want to make him a veggie and have the entire first season start off in the online world, and then at the end of the season finale, we'll kind of zoom out and be like, oh yeah, this cool badass dude that's been doing all these hyper super sci-fi moves this entire series, yeah, he's actually in a hospital bed right now. So blam, that'll just devastate the viewers.
I see, yes.
And then that's something to build to with the later seasons. Like, is he ever going to walk again? Is he ever going to live again? But yeah, Legend Academy is the name of the video game that he's getting transferred into.
I see.
EX.
Is that your pitch?
That is my pitch. It is a vegetative man learning to become a legend at the Legend Academy EX.
This is actually a hard one, because both of your pitches are pretty good. W's pitch was the more generic isekai.
And it's also about coming in ocean.
Yeah. So that. But Hmm. I also really like Pink's idea of the protagonist slowly waking up through the seasons, and I feel like I feel like there's more longevity to that idea than just the main character being a shit and constantly causing trouble so that his work can go on.
I don't know. Naruto's been going pretty strong for quite a while.
I mean that's stopped by now. Well, technically Boruto's still going, but Boruto is non-canon. I don't care what anyone says.
Unfortunately, his seed continues to create trouble.
Yeah, his seed continues to create trouble. All right, I don't freaking know. All right, here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna flip this. This has one side, doesn't it? It does. Nice.
It's a two-sided coin.
All right, I'm gonna flip this.
Flip Solaire.
If Solaire lands on his feet, then it goes to W. If he lands on his head, it goes to Pink. All right.
Goes to Pink.
Give me that funding, baby.
All right, you guys
So-
are both up to 5. Am I the producer now?
Yes.
All right.
So this is tiebreaker.
This is match point. I just want to go ahead and say now I'm really sad. I was excited for the next prompt because while Pink was going through his prompt, I came up with double Dr. Kitty Chan 120%.
That's a good one.
I don't know what that is, but I'm gonna give you funding just for that name alone.
Wanna know my thing that I'm gonna throw out in Discord just so I can tell y'all, because I don't think the next prompt will be able I'll be able to play it. So my thing was next god, a Sailor Valkyrie.
The next god. You know, after this current one, we gotta what's the next god gonna be like? I don't know.
So yeah, I'm gonna Discord those because obviously, but
Ah, shit. Here we go. Take back your fucking... Oh. Oh, this is mine.
That was your funding that is you.
Alright, and, yeah, I guess I should go ahead and flip the cards. Hang on. There we go. Yes. Alright. Ooh.
Banana Otaku.
Okay.
Sentient Idol Singers fighting tournament. Oh, that fighting games tournament. That would have been funnier.
Banana is tempting, even though I know it's a terrible card. It's pretty much a dank meme of a card. It's definitely going to be some kind of fighting tournament. Alright. I need you guys to give me an Idol Singers fighting tournament. It's not a tournament of singing. No. We've decided we're going to gather the top pop stars of the world, and rather than have them sing, we're going to have them beat the shit out of each other.
Yes.
Give me your best shot.
Pink, it's you.
Oh, it's me. Let me go through my cards. Well, I've got nothing good. Oh, this is rough.
Holy shit, Addy, that title.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you're prepared. I've got a lot of nothing.
You know what? We'll screw up the order just this once. Addy, you go first.
All right. Pink, come up with something. So my thing is Perfect Blue Flash, Brave Rune Sword. So the Perfect Blue Flash the title refers to is a side of the fighting tournament. The idols are actually not willingly participating. They are kidnapped from their studio, and the call sign that they're going to be kidnapped is a blue flash blinding them. The brave rune sword that the title refers to belongs to the protagonist. I tried to come up with a name on the spot, but it didn't work. Her. So she, the protagonist, she has no prior fighting experience at all. She just kind of finds the rune sword in the arena, and the rune sword starts talking to her. This is, by the way, like Colosseum, this whole spectacle. The producers of the fighting game or the fighting tournament, they built the whole arena with cameras and stuff, and so for a couple of episodes, the characters that the character becomes acquainted with, they all start complaining to the organizers of this whole fighting tournament because it's not in their it's not in their contract. They were kidnapped, stuff like that. But it is revealed that the idol industry agreed with this. The idol industry is oversaturated,
Oh, a twist.
and they want to see which idol can survive in a trial of combat, because truly the one who is the strongest, has the strongest way to survive, will be the best idol, the one that will serve their fans the most. Throughout the story, there's weird well, it's not weird, but there are twists, such as boys groups breaking up and killing each other, stuff like that.
This sounds very Japanese.
Yeah. So the reason it is called Brave Rune Sword is because as the protagonist becomes more acquainted with the sword, and the sword teaches her how to fight, she actually learns how to undergo a magical girl transition, I guess.
Like the Sailor Moons, right?
Yes. So, but it's a bit more like Saint Seiya. So she does the magical girl shit from Sailor Moon, but she gets this like Athena armor on her, and when she's in that mode, she is really strong, and she is basically possessed by Athena. She knows how to do war, but doing this, like being in the Athena mode, is continuously damaging her vocal cords. So if she uses it too much, she can't sing anymore, and that's the main conflict of the whole series, is that she needs to win to be able to sing more, but if she uses the Athena mode too much, then she can't sing at all.
All right, we need to wrap it up soon. I've got a car waiting on me, and then my look. I'm gonna be honest with you. I've got at least 3 Chinese hookers waiting in my hotel room. So if this ain't the wrap up, it's got to be close.
It is. It is more or less the wrap up. So,
boy, you really fucking went for it on that one. Bet you're regretting that old title you passed up, huh?
What old title?
A New God?
Oh, nah.
Alright, Pink, you're not gonna have much time because the other guy took up so much time, but let's go. Oh, he's dead.
Great.
I can't believe he's fucking dead. Why would you kill your competitor like this?
I'm back. Hallelujah.
There he is.
I've got Robo v. Froline.
Fräulein.
No German very well, but it works well enough because, our audience is going to be Japanese and American. So, this is going to be a very 1980s-esque throwback. So, basically, Froline. How do you pronounce that, Abby?
Fräulein.
Fräulein. They're basically going to be representing a bunch of 80s pop stars. I'm thinking we're going to kind of name our main character after, like, Madonna or something.
Okay.
Bowie, because I love David Bowie. So, the series will take place in 2020, which is actually current year, but it's all kind of a meme type thing because, people will always set their futuristic dystopias so far into the future, and then when we get to that future, we're like, this is kind of lame. So yeah, quotation marks 2020, the music industry has been taken over by robots. Just human vocal cords aren't cutting it anymore. All the kids, they're listening to robots.
Yeah.
In order to kind of overtake the robots and put humans at the top of the musical spectrum once again, we're going to have a fighting contest. And, because I need to figure out what I was thinking of. Yeah, the Idol Singers and Fighting Tournament. There, we got it all. So, in the fighting tournament, we've got all the 1980 pop star analogs going up against a bunch of robots. Winner kind of seals the deal as a king of the music industry. The end.
Okay, so...
Or just to satisfy my need to make 80s pop song references than anything else.
I like that. So, you've got a very interesting concept, and you got some good themes going on, right?
Right.
But I'm gonna be honest, I let Addy go on a bit too long, so we wound up with a really developed concept. So it's kind of cheating, but Addy does have the more developed concept, and Japan loves these word salad titles. They really fucking do.
Yeah, I loved it at the title since then. Perfect Blue Flash, excellent Brave Rune Sword, Burst Card Machine.
Holy shit,
That's even better.
Oh my god. I think
I can't even deny it. Here, take all my funding as well.
I just heard a man in Tokyo come.
This is actually the video game adaptation's title. The card machine is because it's a card game.
I see. Alright, we've decided to put the entire studio working on your project, Daddy. Literally everything. We've canned all the other projects, the lesbian space epics and everything. We've canned all that, and we're just working on this. If this fails, we will have you dragged behind the lot and killed by Yakuza.
So Saturday night, I see.
Alright, folks. Alright, we will see you later, folks. Later.